Hello everyone, my name is Dawn and we are going to be doing yoga today. If this is your first time taking a yoga class, just go at your own pace, do what your body allows, and allow yourself to just show up as you are. So let's get started. So find a comfortable place to get situated. If you have a mat, great. If not, just something comfortable to sit in or sit on. Start in a cross-legged position, sitting upright, lengthening to the crown of the head, closing your eyes, turning your focus inward. Relaxing your shoulders, calming your mind. And just being aware of your surroundings. And as you draw the breath in through the nose, feel the rise of your chest, the inflation of your belly like a balloon. And taking a long, slow exhalation through the nose. Once again, inhaling through the nose, feel the rise of the chest, the inflation of your belly like a balloon. And exhaling through the nose, feeling a hissing sound in the back of your throat. One more time, deep breath in. Exhaling out. As you take your next inhalation, arms reach high overhead, high prayer pose. As you exhale, let the hands flow through the heart center. Once again, inhaling high. Exhaling, hands flowing through the heart center in prayer pose. One last time, inhaling and exhaling. As you inhale, hands reach high. Release your right hand to the ground. Exhale, lean to the side. Seated lateral flexion, opening up the left side body. Extending your hip bone to the ground, turning and looking at your right hand. Inhale, lift up, switch sides. Exhaling, sinking to the opposite side. Turn and look at the floor. Extending your right hip bone towards the ground. Breathe into the stretch. Inhaling, lifting, switching sides. Exhaling, sinking, this time turning and looking to the sky. Inhale, lift up, switch sides. Exhaling, sinking, turning and looking to the sky. Inhale, lift up, switching sides. This time, top left hand turns and rotates to the floor. Spinal twist here. Exhaling as you twist into the spine. Inhaling as you lengthen through the crown of the head. Resist the urge to hold your breath. Keep the breath flowing. Inhaling, lifting, switching sides. Exhaling, closing the right hand to the ground. Breathe into the twist. Inhale, lift up. One more time to each side. Exhale, close the left hand to the ground. Inhale, lift up. Switching sides. Exhaling, closing. Inhale, lift up. Hands circle around behind you. Point your fingers to the wall behind you. Rooting your palms into the ground. Draw your shoulders back toward your spine. Extend your heart center forward. Breathe into the stretch. Lengthen and extend the chin forward and upward. Feeling the stretch into your shoulders, forearms down into, all the way down into the wrists. Think of taking oxygen to all the tight spots. And as you bend the elbows, release the hands from the ground. Hands come to the front of your kneecaps. As you sit back into your hips, straighten the arms, scoop your tailbone under, draw chin to chest so you're counterbalancing here. Stretching up through the spine. Inhale, extend the chin forward, draw the shoulder bones back like you're trying to kiss the front of your screen. Exhale, sit back, round, hollow out, scoop the tailbone under, draw chin to chest. Inhaling, extend the chin forward, draw shoulders back. Exhaling, sit back, round, hollow out. Inhaling, extend the chin forward, shoulders draw back. One more time, exhaling, sit back in the hips, round, hollow out. Inhale, extend the chin forward, shoulders back. Now begin to move in a circular direction, just like you're drawing circles on the ground beneath you. Inhale as you come towards the knees, exhale as you sit back into the hips. Try to take that circle as wide as you can, helping release your lower lumbar spine. Inhale, coming forward, exhaling, circling back. Inhale and exhale. One more time around, inhaling and exhaling. Begin to reverse your direction, take it the opposite direction. Exhaling back into the hips, inhaling as you draw towards the knees. Exhaling back into the hips. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you're doing this, just checking in with your body, noticing how it's responding. One more circle around, inhaling and exhaling. Come all the way up onto all fours in tabletop position. So as we find ourselves here, begin to inhale, arch the spine, chin and tailbone lift towards the sky. So as you're here, hips are lifting up, shoulders draw back. As you exhale, round, hollow out. Draw chin to chest, pull the belly button up into the spine. Inhaling, arching the spine, chin and tailbone lifting. Exhaling, round and hollow out, pushing out of the shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling. Continuing this movement, take about 5 more rounds on your own at your own pace. Maybe even close your eyes, turn your focus inward. Letting your breath and body flow together. Helping flush spinal fluid up and down the spinal column. And after your last round, widen your knees, sit back on your heel bones, arms outstretched in front of you. This is child's pose. So keep the big toes connected, knees wide. Let your hips and your belly sink and settle into the ground. With your arms outstretched, feeling the heaviness of gravity settling into your chest, your shoulders, your lats. Maybe even rest your forehead on the ground. And as you sink your elbows and forearms to the earth, scoop your chin and chest forward as you come down to your belly. Inhale into back arch. So as you find a spinal arch here, shoulder bones back, heart center's proud. So really draw the shoulders back to the wall behind you. Extend your sternum forward, so feeling the stretch in the abdominal muscles. Exhale as you gently lower to the ground. 2 more times. Inhale, spinal arch, shoulder bones back, heart center proud. Maybe even lengthen the chin. Arm bones hug the side bodies. Breathe, keep breathing. Resist the urge to hold your breath. Exhale, gently lower. One last time. Inhale, spinal arch, shoulder bones back, heart center proud. Shift your hips back to your heels in child's pose. Come to tabletop. Now begin to tuck your toes. Let your hips rise to the sky into downward facing dog. So this is an upside down V. So pedal the heels in an alternating fashion. Maybe your calves are tight or your hamstrings are tight. That's okay. Give yourself some grace. Fingers are wide like starfish, palms pressing into the earth. Trying to keep your weight in your heels and your hips rather, more than your shoulders. So give your shoulders a break. Keep the energy extending from your tailbone towards the wall behind you. So as you pedal the heels, finding that long extension of the heel bone to the earth. When you're feeling stress, sometimes just holding a downward facing dog where your head is below your heart helps lower your blood pressure. Let your right leg fly to the sky. So lift that right leg up, turn and rotate and circle the heel. Circle the foot. Reverse the direction. Now draw your knee in towards your nose, coming to a semi-plank position, push that leg back. I want you to step your right foot forward, bring the back knee to the ground. Begin to extend your hip bones forward, coming into a low lunge here. So with a low lunge, hands can stay on the ground. It all depends on how tight your hip flexors are. Maybe you come up a level. Maybe this is intense enough. Maybe it's not enough of a stretch. Let your arms reach for the sky. So as you come into a low lunge, resist the urge to pull the hips back because it's all about stretching through your hip flexors. So extend your hips forward and that pressure into the front foot. Breathe. Lengthen and grow the spine towards the sky, towards the sun. Releasing hands to the ground, frame your front foot, shift your weight back, begin to draw your toes upward towards the sky. Now you can stay here or you can sit all the way down. You choose what your body needs. And know as I'm giving you the roadmap today, you are driving the car, so your body is that car. So shift and adjust as your body needs. Keep the breathing flowing. Try to relax your shoulders. Once again, shift our weight forward. Put pressure back into that front foot. Come back to your low lunge. Inhale, arms high if you're able to. Try to extend those hips further forward. Breathe through the stretch. Adding on to the change, open up to your left side. So coming into an external rotation. So trying to turn your shoulders and your hips to the left. All the while your weight is still pressing forward into your front foot. Engaging the core as you twist open. Arms rise back up, hands release, frame the front foot. Shift your weight back. Finding those toes lifting to the sky, staying high or maybe sitting low. Resist the urge to fight back. Keep breathing into all the tight spots. Once again, come back into your low lunge. Inhale, arms rise high. Turn and open to your left side. Breathe. Adding on one more element. Back hand comes to your hips, the back of the hips. Front fingers paint the sky. So hips are still pressing forward, breathing. All the while going deeper, adding that deeper stretch. Release, exhale, hands come to the ground. Shift your weight back, draw the toes upward. Finding the stretch in the hamstrings or going deeper, sitting down. Now as you come back up, sweep your leg around behind you onto all fours, tuck your toes, hips rise to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe. And as we take what is called a vinyasa flow, there are 4 movements. Come to a plank position, looks like a push-up, hands directly underneath your shoulders. Option to drop your knees as you bend your elbows. Think of a tricep push-up here. Inhale to back arch. Come back to tabletop, tuck your toes, hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. A modified variation, if you want more power, plank position, take that full push-up, lower down to low push-up. Inhale to back arch. As you exhale, tuck your toes, lift with your thighs, down dog. Extend your left leg high, turn and rotate those heels, circle in one direction. And reverse that direction. Draw your knee to nose one time, exhale, pull it in. Inhale, push back and lengthen. Step your left foot forward, back knee to the ground. Hips press forward, so find that low lunge once again. So hips are pressing forward. Breathe into the stretch into the right hip flexors. Hands can stay put. They can be to the ground or to the sky. The whole focus is on the hips, so breathe into the stretch. Lengthen and grow the spine towards the sun. Hands release to the ground, frame your foot. Begin to shift your weight back, straighten the leg. Draw the toes upward towards the sky. Now you can stay high or you can drop low, you choose. While you're here, maybe even close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Begin to shift your weight forward. Once again, come back into your low lunge. Hips press forward, arms high, breathe. Again, if you have to pull back just to have your hands high, I'd rather have your hands on your leg and let your hips press forward. So added element, twist and rotate to your right. Squeeze into the core as you twist. So that external rotation in the hip, breathe. Still try to press your momentum forward into your front left foot. Inhale, arms rise back up. Hands release to the ground, shift your weight back. Straighten the leg, draw the toes up. One more time, shift your weight forward, come back into your low lunge. Arms rise high. Exhale, twisting to your right. Third element, back hand comes to the hips, front fingers paint the sky. Resist collapsing into the back of the hip. Lift the heart center like you're floating upward towards the sun. Keep the hips pressing forward. Breathe into that spinal extension. Hands release to the ground. Straighten the left leg, shift your weight back. Draw the toes up towards the sky. Option to sit all the way down. Nice, shift your weight forward, nice. Begin to step back into a downward facing dog. Let's move that body into a high plank position. Again, option to drop the knees as you bend your elbows, lower down to low plank or your tricep push-up. Inhale, back arch. Exhale, lift the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Raise up into the toes, find a nice strong calf raise here. Slowly let the heel bone sink back down to the earth. Once again, raise into the toes, slowly let the heels sink. One more time, raise into the toes, bend in the knees and step towards the top of your mat. Come to a forward fold. So maybe stack your elbows and forearms, hang heavy, or just let your hands reach towards the ground. The whole focus here is to feel the stretch in the hamstrings, the back. Allow gravity to settle in. Slight bend in the knees, tuck your tailbone, roll your spine all the way up, stacking your vertebrae as you come all the way up to mountain pose. Arms reach high, stand tall. Hands flow through the heart center in prayer pose. Hinge at the hips, come all the way down to a forward fold. Nice. Inhale, flat back, so fingertips come to the shins. Exhale, fold. Nice. Bend in the knees, step back to a plank position. Bend your elbows, lower down to low plank. Inhale, back arch. Exhale to down dog. Let your right leg fly to the sky, three-legged. Sweep your right foot forward, back heel down, arms high. So you're gonna come to a standing warrior one. So the back heel is grounded, arms are high. Breathe, anchor that back heel. Press the left heel bone into the earth as you're lunging forward. Keep that press. Hands circle around behind you. Clasp your fingers together, roll your shoulders back and down, chest expansion. If that's too intense, you can always stack your forearms behind you. Just broaden the shoulders. Broaden across the chest. As you exhale, bow forward, so you're going to drop your chest and rest it on your front thigh. So this is called a humble warrior. And as you backstroke the arms, come into warrior two, so you're lunging. So you're going to see a similar pattern to what we did on the floor in a low version. This is the high version. So you're bending in your front right knee and lunging. As you inhale, front fingers paint the sky. Back hand can come to the hip, or back of the hand can touch the back of the leg. You choose. And as you exhale, hands windmill to the ground. Tuck your back toes under. Drop your knee to the ground. Shift your weight back. Finding yourself sitting down or maybe staying high, straightening that leg. Relax. Shift your weight forward. Hands connect with the floor. Step back to a plank position. Bend the elbows, lower down to low plank. Inhale to back arch. Exhale to down dog. Left leg high, three-legged. Sweep your left foot forward. Back heel anchors to the earth. Arms rise high. Warrior one on your left side. So you're lunging forward into that front foot, pressing that back heel down. Breathe. Hands circle around behind. Clasp your fingers. Shoulders roll back and down. Chest expansion. Option to stack your forearms. As you exhale, bow forward. Humble warrior. Keep pressing into the back foot. As we release the hands, backstroke the arms, warrior two on your left side. Inhale, front fingers paint the sky. Back hand either to your hip or send down the back of the leg. Exhale, hands windmill to the ground, tuck your back toes under, drop the back knee, shift your weight back, finding your half split. Shift your weight forward, step back into a plank position. Bend the elbows, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to back arch. Exhale to down dog. Gently bring your knees to the ground. So as we take this element, engaging the core a bit more. So you're going to start out on all fours here. So on all fours, we're going to do what is called spinal balance. So extend your right arm forward, come into diagonal. Right arm forward, left leg back. So you have a flat back. We're resisting the urge to arch the back and drop the belly down. Zip the belly button up into the spine. Lengthen the fingertips all the way down through the toes. As you exhale, pull knee and elbow in tight. Inhale, push back and lengthen. Exhale, pull knee and elbow in. Inhale, lengthen. One more time. Exhale, pull knee and elbow in. Inhale, lengthen. Now, take the arm and the leg out to the side. Anchor the left foot to the floor. Come all the way up. So you're kneeling in your right leg. In this position, the top of the foot is painting to the sky. So you're not rotating the hip forward, you're opening it up. So from this position, you're gonna reach long through your left arm. Reach, 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 reach. Hand comes to the shin. Open the right arm towards the sky. This is a variation of triangle pose. Feeling that stretch all the way up the side, all the way up the body. Depending on how you feel, maybe your hand reaches behind your leg and tries to connect with the floor. If you come in front, you're more likely to drop the chest. We don't want that. Maybe put hand behind instead. Breathe. So lengthening to the sky, reaching to the earth. Breathe. Depending on how your neck feels, maybe looking to the floor is more comfortable. As we inhale, bring the hands up. Now you're going to tip over to your right side. Hand comes to the floor, left arm overhead. So long line from the fingertips of the top hand all the way down to the toes. Actively stretching, actively lengthening. If the hand to the ground is too much, maybe you have a block or maybe you have a pillow that you want to put your hand on instead. Breathe. Top hand is going to close down, release the back, bring the legs together. Come back to all fours. Switching sides, inhale, left arm forward, right leg back, spinal balance. So thinking of diagonals here. Stretch and reach the arm, exhale, pull knee and elbow in. Inhale, lengthen long. Once again, exhale, pull knee and elbow in. Inhaling, lengthening, one more time. Exhaling, pull in. Inhale, lengthen. Take the arm and the leg out to the side. Plant the right foot to the floor, come all the way up. So your left knee is grounded here. Hold. You're going to reach long into the right arm. Tip over. Left hand, right hand to the shin, left arm to the sky. Breathe. You want to feel that stretch all the way up the body. Maybe more challenge, hand behind the thigh. Trying to reach for the floor. Breathe. Think of pressing your hips forward more than dropping the chest. You want to feel the stretch up the front of the body. Think of lengthening floor to ceiling, so it's not one direction, it's not gravity dragging you down. It's really lengthening through the body. Inhale, lift up, switch sides, tip over to your left side. Plant the hand to the floor. Right arm reaches long over the ear, long stretch from the fingers all the way down to the toes. Really active lengthening versus passive placement. Passive, there's no energy in the arm of the body. Stretch and actively lengthen, reaching a half inch further. As you exhale, fold out of it. Collapse down, bring the knees together. Nice job. Inhale, arch the spine. As we exhale, tuck the toes, hips rise to the sky. Breathe. One last time. Taking what is called a vinyasa flow, plank position. Bend the elbows, lower down to low plank or chaturanga. Inhale to back arch. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift with your thighs. Down dog. Gently bring your knees to the ground. Taking you into deeper stretches here. So going into what we call our yin poses. So with yin, we're going to do pigeon pose. So bring your right knee forward. Open the foot out to the side as best you can. Slide your left leg back. So in this position, it's designed to get your IT band, your piriformis, and then open up the hips so you take that pressure off your sciatic nerve. If at any point you feel pain in the knee, the hip, the back, your modification is going to be on your back. So showing your modification, lie on the ground, your right foot goes on your left thigh, and it can be here. This is your modification. If you don't feel that pain, try the face down, the prone position for pigeon pose. Now you can stay high. This can be intense, so if you're not used to the stretch, go gently into the stretch. Try to keep the foot open so you're not sitting on the heel underneath your right glutes, but you're opening it up as best as you can comfortably. Option to go deeper, bring your elbows and forearms to the ground. So as you breathe into this stretch, try to relax your shoulders. Try to calm your mind and allow yourself to just relax and let go of those things you cannot control. The key to the deep stretches is to draw the breath in. So as you inhale through the nose, think of taking the oxygen to all the tight spots. As we come out of this stretch, walk your hands back, or as you come out of the pose, rebounding out of the stretch. Maybe draw those legs forward. Maybe shake the legs out a bit, let the blood flow come back into the legs. And when you are ready, change sides. So draw the left knee forward, maybe roll into the hip. Try to slide your right leg back, almost like you're trying to do a half split. So as that right leg slides back and the left knee is forward, find an opportunity where your body can feel like it can settle in. Breathe into all the tight spots. And the option is if you have a pillow and you feel like you're really tight, you can prop the pillow up underneath your hip. If that adds some added comfort without adding strain to your joint. You need that modifier, roll onto your back, place your left foot on your right thigh, and lay on your back, just like a figure four. It looks like the number 4. You feel like you want to go deeper into the stretch, drop your elbows and forearms to the ground. And again, while you're here, relax your shoulders. Breathe into the stretch. Try to calm your mind. Resist the urge to grit your teeth or clench your jaw. Create distance between your inhalations and your exhalations. stretch. Begin to walk your hands back. As you rebound out of the pose, however you need to get there. Maybe come to a seated position, straighten your legs, let the blood flow come back into the legs. Shake out the legs a bit. So taking you to one more pose before we close you out. So I'm gonna have you lay on your back. So I'm gonna give you an angle view. So on your back, bend the knees, plant the feet to the ground, hands against the floor. Press your hips to the sky into bridge pose. Press firmly into your feet, lifting your hips to the sky. Power is in the pelvis, so let your hips guide you. Hands can be underneath and clasped together to give you a little bit more power and stability. Press firmly into the feet, really engage the back side of the body. That's the negative chain. The posterior chain comes into the back, the hips, the glutes, hamstrings. And release, slowly lower your hips to the floor. Draw your knees into your chest, coming into a tuck position. Circle in one direction, massage your back against the ground. Plant your feet to the ground once again. Press your hips back up to the sky once again, finding your bridge pose. Maybe your hands clasp around your ankles. Maybe you go back to clasping your hands. You choose. Maybe it's more comfortable, just reach your arms overhead. Keep the power, elevating the pelvis to the sky. Breathe. Feeling the contraction in those back muscles, hamstrings, glutes. Gently lowering the body to the ground. Draw your knees back into the chest, bringing it into that tuck position. Circle in one direction. Try to remember and take it to the opposite direction you did last time. As you hug the knees in, as you exhale, take your knees over to your right side, taking in a spinal twist. So open up your arms, square your shoulders to the sky. Turn your gaze towards your left arm. Breathe into that twist. As you inhale, draw the knees back to center. Exhale, taking the knees over to the left side. Turn your gaze to your right arm. Breathe into the stretch, invite gravity into the spine. As you inhale, take the breath in slowly. Try to draw the breath all the way into your belly. As you inhale, draw the knees back into center. Plug the knees back into the chest. With your first two fingers, your peace fingers, reach for your big toes. Soles of the feet facing the sky. Draw knees and thighs towards the earth. Rocking side to side in happy baby pose. Embracing the child within all of us. As you bring your body to a gentle stop, release your feet out, stretch your legs against the ground. Arms relaxed at your side. Relaxing in what we call Savasana. So while you are here, relaxing on your back, arms at your side, palms facing the sky. Drawing the breath all the way into the belly, maybe even placing one hand upon your belly, one hand upon your heart. And as you inhale, feel the rise of the chest, the inflation of your belly like a balloon. And taking a long, slow exhalation. Continue taking those breaths, taking 5 more deep breaths. 5 more rounds. Keep drawing the breath in. As you slowly bring your awareness back into your room or back into your space, wiggling your fingers and your toes, slowly make your way over to your favorite side, and then gently make your way up to a seated position. As we bring hands to the heart center, today may there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be. May you trust the infinite faith born in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that's been given to you. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Allow this knowledge to settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It's there for each and every one of us. As we inhale, hands rise high towards the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart center. Thank you all for joining me today. It's been an honor and a blessing to teach you. I hope you enjoy this practice, and if you have any questions, please feel free to connect me at the email provided in the video. Till we meet again, namaste.